Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
Hello there, Chick Chatters. We're back with another holiday special. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine.
We know we're late, but we brought our manses with us for our guys' night because it's Valentine's Day, so why not bring our Valentines?
Yeah, it took us a while to gather them up, so sorry for the delay.
So I do have a Am I the Asshole story to start us off. And this one is, am I the asshole for implying that my boyfriend is cheap because of the Valentine's Day gift he got?
Let's hear it.
He reads behind my shoulder.
Oh, we can't have any backseat reading here, Dee.
That's what I'm saying. I've been noticing that in the edit, that he's like. Okay, so it says, I, female 31, have been with my boyfriend, male 37, who is a single dad with 2 boys for 2 years. He has a decent job with decent income, and he's also into woodworking as a hobby. For Valentine's Day, birthdays, and every other celebration, he'd gift me mostly jewelry, and I get him his favorite gadgets and sports gear. For this Valentine's, I got him sneakers. I found out today that his gift for me was a wooden framed photo of him, me, and the kids. I gotta say I wasn't thrilled with it. When I told my boyfriend my honest opinion, I didn't want to open my mouth, but he pushed me. He said he couldn't believe that this was my reaction, but I pointed out that he has the money to do a $200 necklace at least, so I could wear it at the engagement party. But he said I was out of line to imply that he was being cheap when all he was doing was trying to make me a special gift. And also had the kids help with it and put so much thought and effort into it because they see me as family and I should be appreciative of that. I said I was, but still thought that he could have added the necklace as a great combo. But he got even more mad, saying that he couldn't understand why I'd value a necklace as much or even over a special gift that he and the kids had made for me. We went back and forth on this and breakfast got ruined. He went upstairs and refused to speak to me. I feel like he blew this out of proportion since he asked for my opinion, and I don't know if he was right to be upset with me now. Am I the asshole?
Yes. 100%.
She's not happy with the handmade picture frame.
That's a very special thing that him and his kids helped make it for her.
Right.
Better than a necklace, I would say. She sounds very materialistic.
For it to be handmade, and it does state that he's a woodworker, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a woodworker, so anytime something gets done and converted into something of value, and they very well could have sold that frame for $200. Maybe not 200, but I mean, they put energy into it other than going to the jewelry store and like, yeah, I want that necklace. Here's my money. And then, oh yeah, here's your gift. No, it was a collective project from him and the kids. So
right,
that she's ungrateful. She's somewhat ungrateful and appears to be somewhat materialistic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, he's got her used to getting jewelry every event. So now she's just used to getting her jewelry.
That's what I'm wondering about. Like, if you have a specific thing in mind, why don't you just ask for it? Maybe I'm just too direct, but if I'm like, I expect to have this necklace for our engagement party, I would say that. I don't know.
She could ask for it.
If that's what she needed to be a sufficient gift, I feel like that should be a thing that he knows. I mean, obviously he knows now. But.
Although at the same time, now she's got 2 years worth of jewelry presents. Maybe he wanted to do something different.
I don't understand the whole specificity of I need a necklace worth $200. Where do you get this $200 from? Did you like pull out his weekly checks and make a percentage of what he can afford? Or I don't understand that. Why does it have to be $200? That's quite expensive for a Valentine's Day gift. Yeah, I got a $20 necklace and I was happy as a clam. I thought $20. I was like, wow, we don't need to buy this.
We have been kind of brushing up on our jewelry collection now that I work at K's, but we did spend a few pennies. But it's just funny because she's like, yeah, you could have gave me the picture frame, the wooden picture frame, but you could have threw a $200 necklace with it.
I feel like that completely devalues the whole entire thing that he gave her. She's like, you could have given me this, but that has no value. I needed a $200 necklace instead. It completely makes it like it has nothing. Is sentimental value nothing?
Apparently not.
Like the kids don't matter. He don't matter.
Right. Like
He
That's a
could
really nice gift.
he could have threw a $200 price tag on it and said, like, yeah, I got this frame made for the family, yada yada yada. But
Even though they ain't her kids, she should still be happy to
Yeah.
get from these kids.
yeah,
I think that that's really thoughtful of what he said about we consider you the like our family, and to have a family photo, especially in a blended family, I think is a really special thing. I guess everybody celebrates holidays differently, and yes, maybe some people are more materialistic than I guess the four of us, but I don't think Valentine's Day is that big of a deal to demand extravagant gifts.
Roses and your chocolate and teddy bear and be happy.
Yeah.
True. You can be happy with a bunch of smaller things.
in today's age, they push all these high-priced gifts, and everybody thinks that it's normal to receive a $200 chain and everything. That's all you see.
Sure.
It's a Hallmark holiday. It's not like Thanksgiving and there's a purpose behind it. No, it's a price tag holiday.
And I'm supposed to be selling you it.
You're right. Apparently the price is at least $200. So just so you can keep that in mind for all the poor men that walk in there.
Let me show you how to buy some jewelry. But I don't feel like you always have to go that route. And if he's been doing it so many times for every other holiday.
You can only have so much jewelry in your damn jewelry box.
But you don't want to back to back to back for every single thing unless you're, building a collection like I am.
Are you listening, Dean?
I'm listening.
Don't
I
buy
am
any
not.
framed
I'm
photos.
Or make them yourself with your love, sweat, and tears and children.
Uh-huh.
I would accept it though. If you made me something, I would be like, this is great. I wouldn't be like, I would prefer some jewelry. Thank you.
You wouldn't have much of a choice to accept it.
Yeah. To be like, hey, me and my kids made this for you. It's
Yeah.
important. And then she's like, I just want a $200 necklace instead.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't get behind that. Tell me you don't have another $200 necklace. She could wear a different necklace.
Or she could get the necklace later. Or maybe she can get it as an engagement gift at her engagement party. I don't know. There's a bunch of options.
I feel like if you needed a new necklace for your engagement party, you should just ask for one. And you guys can figure out a way to make that happen. Buy it yourself.
If she's treating him like this, then he's just a bank account. She's getting upset. He is just a bank account getting her things.
Yeah, he's got a couple kids to raise.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully
Put
she
some
didn't-
thoughtful time into this gift that you're just completely devaluing because it's not a necklace.
I'm just hoping she didn't have this reaction in front of these kids.
Oof.
That's a good point. You probably gave it to her in front of the kids. Hopefully she at least was nice about it, and then
He probably did. She was going to be so excited, and then she's like, oh,
yeah.
where's the necklace?
Is it in the back?
Is it in the photo? Should I take it apart?
What are the diamonds?
Oh, I can't see them. Is this real diamonds?
I almost wonder if it would have been worse if he got her a necklace and it was like $50 necklace.
That's true.
He was going
Yes.
high value with the sentimental stuff, and he learned she's just straight up materialistic.
Now she needs diamonds, or it's not going to be a good Valentine's Day. That is wild. Valentine's Day is not like Christmas or anything where you could get a few things. And I don't know. It feels like it's thoughtful.
And it's thoughtful. It's from him and the kids. Point blank, period.
And they're
If it's from the kids, then you got to be happy that the kids did something, because some kids don't care.
in school or something, probably. They took time out of their day to make this between their hectic school schedule. I don't know. Trying to see all sides.
No, I think that's really a nice way, though, of being accepted into the family. I probably get emotional if I open something like that. I don't know. I'm not in that position, but I think that's a really nice gift.
Mhm.
And it's just obvious that this lady was looking for something completely different. And I do think that she's an asshole.
The top comment with 37,000 votes is replying to the part where she says, for Valentine's Days, birthdays, and every other celebration, he'd give me mostly jewelry. This person responds, so you don't have enough jewelry yet? How many necks do you have? Yeah, he has more than a right to be upset with you. Wear an old necklace and appreciate what you have with this man and his kids. You're the asshole.
Yeah. So this woman does have a plethora of necklaces. And this commenter is right. She has no plethora of necks. She has one neck. At the most, you can maybe wear 2 necklaces if you're really trying to be crazy.
Someone put plot twist, OP is a giraffe. A giraffe because they have a long neck.
Oh,
That's actually hilarious.
That's fun.
It's a draft. She might need at least 30 necklaces. I can't imagine.
I do agree. Why do you need so many jewelry pieces? Isn't it getting boring getting jewelry every
Because she
single
is materialistic and doesn't care about the fact. She just wants that.
Why can't a purse or something be good enough for you? Or a nice something?
I think this lady has a hang up on jewelry. And again, if that's all that's acceptable, I think she should have made that clear before this man went out of his way to give her some kind of sentimental offering with his children involved.
I think I gotta call her the asshole.
Yeah, not a very grateful lady.
Almost all comments call her the asshole too, or keep coming for her for being a giraffe.
Is there anyone who thinks that this is acceptable?
Okay, someone did respond about the giraffe thing. They said something where it was like, the giraffe comment didn't take me out, but the over manicured hooves did.
Over
So the people are talking about this giraffe situation and her over manicured hooves.
Oh my god.
Someone said $200 is just such a random price point.
That's very
That's
specific.
what I was saying.
That's what you were saying. You were really hung up on the
I don't get
200.
it because honestly, if we're talking about jewelry, $200 is really not a lot of money to spend on jewelry. So what is the deal?
She could have really bought it herself.
Exactly. If it's
She could have traded
$200,
it. She could have sold some of the other pieces that he got her and bought that one.
I agree.
Yeah,
Take it to the pawn shop, buy yourself a nice one.
you're right. Someone also kind of agreed with you, Dean. They said, forget about the value of the wood and labor. Why isn't it worth more that he and the kids made this for her and that it's such a clear symbol of love and acceptance into their family? What could be worth more than that? Their beautiful gesture is clearly wasted on this materialistic, ungrateful woman. Yeah, OP, you're the asshole. Get over yourself and appreciate what you've got with these people before you lose them. All the expensive, shiny jewelry in the world won't buy you love and a family.
Ooh, girl. No,
That's it right there.
OP's never responded to any comments, and that's the
I
only
wouldn't either. I would hide my head in the sand.
Her giraffe head.
How long ago was the post?
2 years ago.
Oh yeah, she's had to take that on. Not
She bowed out, yeah.
At least she left it up and didn't delete her account, that's for sure.
Uh-huh. No, she probably has a new one, I'm sure. But yeah, we appreciate that you left up your mistake for us
Yeah.
to learn from. It truly is the thought that counts. This Valentine's Day, Tyler bought me that little $20 necklace. It was a couple days before Valentine's Day. So he worked on Valentine's Day. He got out of work at 8 o'clock and he still wanted to get me something on Valentine's Day and tried to go to the store, found one little lonely rose that was dead. But then he
Right.
bought me candy. I didn't want him or need him to do any of that. I was appreciative for all of it, of course, but I just feel like I was very happy with my candy and my necklace, and it probably cost him $30. And I know everybody's maybe not that simple, but you should be. I mean, life should be that simple. It's a relationship, not a competition.
Oh, and just get this out there. If you go to Meijer or any big superstore at 8 o'clock on Valentine's Day, there will be no flowers and no candy.
Candy that I
Completely
like.
bare. There was like
Oh, for
no
sure.
Valentine's Day candy. It was like regular chocolate.
Yeah, he did just get me Ghirardelli,
And-
right, which is my favorite.
2 bouquet of flowers left that are dead. And there's nothing else. That's all gone. Y'all
Yeah, it's not worth it.
That's why he's like, one of them was dead and it was $40, and the other one was dead and it was $50. I was like, thank God you did not buy that.
It's because every guy goes in there Valentine's Day morning and they just buy up whatever's left over.
just
Yeah.
wait for 24
Nobody
hours
buys-
and you'll be good.
Mhm.
You ain't gotta do it the day of. You do it the day before, the day after. The day of is the rush.
Yeah. Well, we got each other jewelry this year. We wanted certain things. We were talking about it for a while. Like, it wasn't like, oh, if I didn't have the jewelry, I'd been like, well, where is it? It was just something that we were talking about for a while, so we knew what to get each other.
That's kind of what I mean about if you really needed this necklace, you need to be talking about it for a while. Or like Dean said, get it yourself. Or it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, you had your eye on that necklace for a while. So I got it for you.
I did.
I did find a couple of not the asshole
You did?
comments, yeah, at the very bottom.
What
So-
Let's see what these lovely people have to say.
There's also an everybody sucks here, but I'll start with this one. It says, sorry I'm with you, OP. A thoughtful gift is more appreciated if it is actually thoughtful and something the person wants. So all these people saying you should appreciate this, clearly bad gift givers. The giver is supposed to select the gift the person wants, not choose something they think that should be appreciated, and then tell the recipient to lump it.
Literally not how it works.
There's more. They're still going. He should have got 2 presents. One he actually spent on and one he spent time on. Where was the downside to this? One does not replace the other. Since he didn't, he should have listened to your feedback and take it on board for the future. I mean, how do you get your partner or family to improve on your gifts if you never tell them what you want or don't want? Try not buying him anything next time and give him something thoughtful. Let's see if he really likes that.
She did not. Did she
This
do
has-
this?
This has to be a troll comment. That's
It's
just
got 55 likes.
55 people didn't get anything for Valentine's Day or don't have a Valentine. That's who like that.
I mean, there are other super materialistic people out there in the world. That seems like we found another one of them.
55 of them. I will say I
55
agreed
is
with
really
like
like
that
it.
kind of last part before the very last part. Obviously not that part, but the part about if this is what you want, you should talk about. I agree with that. If this is really what you need, then it needs to be laid out there, and it's probably not the greatest need to voice. But if that's what your need,
Sounds like she didn't state that she wanted the necklace until afterwards. If they would have went shopping and then he pointed it out, like, yes, I really like this one, and then put the idea in his head, and then he does it, he gets it for her along with the gift, if he could swing it. But
Yeah.
I don't know this guy.
well, it sounds like he buys a lot of jewelry.
Yeah, she don't need any more anyway.
I agree.
Just imagine though being Nutty Summer Munch and your idea to not give him anything for the next thing would be a thoughtful gift. And that backfires because he does enjoy a thoughtful gift.
Right? Like you think you're about to
Yeah.
eat, right? I'm gonna get the revenge and blah blah. blah. Like that would
I'm curious what she
Should
gives him.
be.
What does she give him?
She said sports gear and
Sneakers.
He can go buy his own sneakers.
for real.
she can't make her own wood frame.
Yeah, that's a skill that he knows, and he knows how to do it. If he was able to make jewelry, pretty sure he'd probably go out of the way and do it. But he did something that he's good at and put it to work and created a lovely gift from him and the kids. And she was like, "Where's the chain?"
Where to train?
I'm like, "Yeah, it's right outside that door."
Yep. That's a good
Cool.
answer, Dean.
Someone else did say, not the asshole, that gift was for him and the kids, not you. If this was Mother's Day, it would have been appropriate, but this is Valentine's Day and you should be more romantic.
She's not their mom. It's not appropriate for Mother's Day.
Yeah.
There you go.
Just no. I contest.
I can appreciate that as a hottish take that Valentine's Day is just supposed to be romantic, but isn't that a conversation then that you would have
What
already
is
had?
romantic about sports gear and sneakers? I'm serious.
True. Someone
And
else
what's
agreed.
romantic about a necklace? Honestly.
It probably had a heart on it.
Brooke does not speak for the opinions of all women.
I don't.
Necklaces can be very romantic.
Shout out to the jewelry stores.
Oh, not even that. I just want to make sure that I get one day.
You hear that, Dean?
So someone else agreed with the not the asshole. They said not the asshole. Valentine's Day to me is a personal holiday when adults are involved. Save the family-ish for Mother's Day and Christmas. I get the gesture and like the gifts, but Valentine's Day is a little bit more romantic themed.
I don't agree, but
I don't think so either. I think it could be whatever you want it to be. And unless you've actually said before, I only want this to be some crazy romantic holiday where I only get a necklace. Expect the unexpected.
Parents just want a day away from the kids to do whatever and have an outing. It doesn't have to be something extravagant. The plus side, she's not the mom with kids, so he ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah, I hope this guy sees his worth and definitely doesn't get her a necklace next year.
I'd be buying her frames for the rest of her natural born life.
You put some diamonds in the next one, she might
Oh
like
yeah,
it.
he could bedazzle it.
Yeah, put some rhinestones on it.
I
Looking
bet
for
she
it
tore that
everywhere.
whole thing apart, took the
Looking
pictures
for it.
out and everything, looking for that necklace.
We're gonna have to leave you on that
Verdict
one.
has been reached.
Right. Yep. The asshole.
We
She's
need
the
to get a graphic that says asshole or not asshole. Like,
Oh yeah. Usually we vote not the asshole.
hard for me to call people assholes. I'm always like, define asshole. No, you're an asshole.
You're the asshole cheap gift lady. Cheap
Mhm.
$200 necklace gift lady.
Well, join us for our next one, Chick Chatters.
We'll see you in part 2. Hello there, Chick Chatters. Thank you for joining us for part 2. We have another Am I the Asshole from 15 days ago, so pretty recent. This isn't specifically Valentine's Day themed, but honestly, I think it kind of goes with Valentine's Day in a way. Both problems. This one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Taking One of My Husband's Cheeseburgers?
Yeah, you just looked right at Dean for a second.
I mean, no, hold on.
I feel like you don't got to read this one for Dean.
Story yet.
Okay, let me read the story before I jump to conclusions.
You're jumping.
I knew it would be triggering.
This story says, my husband and I have 3 sons. Last Saturday, he took them out to run errands while I stayed home to do housework. They went to McDonald's on the way home and brought back food for me. I told them to get me a 10-piece chicken nugget and a medium fry. Apparently, the boys are still hungry in the car after eating their meals and asked my husband if they could have some of my food. He told them they could have a couple of nuggets and a few fries. His reasoning was that I rarely finish the whole order, which is true. I usually eat 7 to 8 nuggets and most of the fries. Well, they each took 2 nuggets and a few fries, which means that it was handed to me for lunch. What was handed to me for lunch was 4 nuggets and about 1/4 of the container of fries. My husband has this habit of buying himself 3 extra cheeseburgers, the little thin ones, when he goes to McDonald's so that he can eat them for breakfast the next day. He puts them in the waffle iron to reheat them. He swears it is his favorite breakfast. He's a weirdo. Anyways, knowing he already had eaten his full McDonald's lunch, he still had those cheeseburgers. I asked him for one so I could have a full lunch. He said no because he needs them for breakfast. Here's where I might be the asshole. I took one and ate it anyways. I was hungry and annoyed that my food was eaten. It didn't make any sense to me that he would try to deny me a full lunch so that he could have breakfast. He still has 2 cheeseburgers for breakfast. He can have an egg with them or something if it's not enough food. He got mad that I ate his cheeseburger and doesn't think that's the same as him letting the kids eat my food because he didn't realize they took that much. So he didn't intend to upset me. Whereas I knew I was upsetting him when I took the cheeseburger. He thinks that I could have just eaten leftovers or something. But like he couldn't have done that too and should since he gave away my food. Am I the asshole here? He thinks I am because I took his food after he said no. But I was not given the opportunity to say no before he let the kids take my food. So is it not a fair comparison?
Oh, man.
You can start off with this.
I'm going to
I
say
have my opinion.
my hot take is that everyone is the asshole because he should have protected his wife's food a little bit better. Maybe not all the way, but a little bit better. And because she's now taking out her anger on her kids and her husband's lack of food protection on her husband and his breakfast. I just think that all this is messy. I think it's McDonald's. It can't be that serious on both ends.
I mean, obviously the only explanation is a good divorce.
I don't think she is the asshole because she expected a 10-piece and a medium fry. She got a 4-piece and a small fry. A 10-piece and a medium fry is a meal for an adult. It can be. They changed that to a happy meal. That's for a small child. So they're his kids. He let them eat her food. Yes, they took too much, which he said he didn't know. But hey, that's on him at that point.
Yeah.
So
he does still have 2 left.
Yeah, and you have 2 cheeseburgers for breakfast. 3. You need 3 cheeseburgers for. No one needs 3. Who's eating 3 McDonald's hamburgers for breakfast? What kind of way is that to start your day?
And they're from the day before.
What is that even?
Now, I will say she's the asshole because, like you said, she took the anger out on the kids and him by ruining his next meal for the next day.
He ruined her lunch, so
It wasn't intentional. It was something that was
that's
that wasn't
okay. It wasn't
intentional.
intentional, but it still happened. So
It wasn't. Hold on. What
He
happened?
gets
I got you a Happy Meal from Chick-fil-A. You got and you was like, "Why'd you get me a small meal?" And guess what? You ate it all. What happens sometimes when I get you food?
Okay, but I got the full meal. Like kids weren't eating it.
No. See, no. But what happens when I get you a full meal? What happens? Dog usually gets the rest of the food.
That's my choice.
That's your choice. That's your choice.
Okay,
But-
but
But no, the point of the matter is, let's say dog wasn't here. What would happen to the rest of the food? It would get thrown away.
that
3/4
still
of the-
doesn't match with her math. Her math is that she eats 7 to 8 nuggets, and he gave her 4.
And that was an accidental. She could be like, kids, next time, eat what your father says. And that was that.
He probably didn't say what to eat. He probably just said, "Yeah, I have your few."
One of them could have said, like, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to McDonald's and get the food. I
I should have
doubt.
went back and got another 6-piece.
Honestly,
I mean, the McDonald's can't be more than 2 miles. There's a McDonald's.
everywhere.
You can't go 2 miles in this country without a McDonald's. So
you can get it delivered.
Yeah.
yeah.
So where did you land, Dean?
They're all wrong, or
Everyone is out of order, you're right, including the
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
yeah, the kids are the assholes. They're the one who started it.
I'm wondering though, why aren't we buying kids the appropriate meals then? Maybe they've grown out of these Happy Meals. Let's buy them an adult meal, so this way they don't have to eat everybody else's adult meal.
That's true. I'm wondering why, from that question, everybody in this family don't have enough food except for the husband has a plethora of food and extra food, and he's still hoarding it. I don't think that's right. I think that the
smoke
dad,
bread.
the man, the whatever should be making sure his family is fed, for crying out loud, before he saves his 3 breakfast sandwiches.
He could have shared them. But so he's an asshole too.
Everybody is, I think.
You know what he could have done was give his kids a hamburger.
A half of one. He could have ripped it in half. gave
No,
him
no.
extra-
Wait, you say you got 3 kids? 2?
He said that
It would
they
be
had
3 if
2
each kid had 2 chicken nuggets and she got a 10-piece and she only had 4
No,
left.
listen, they could have each had enough.
Oh yeah, and 3. I would have just maybe been like, you know what, kids, you'll eat some cereal when you get home. This food's for your mom.
Yeah.
And if she wants to give you a couple extra nuggets and feed you guys like birds, let
That's
her.
right. Ask your mom for her nuggets. I ain't speaking for those nuggets.
There you go. These aren't mine to give away, but you gave them away, so
Dean
now you
doesn't
lose a
like that.
cheeseburger.
He's like,
That's what
are they like pigeons? And I'm like, yeah, kids kind of are like pigeons. They really kind of are. Seagulls, whatever. You can give them.
They could
They're
eat a
bird-like.
piece of cheese, a granola bar, and a grape.
Yep. You can hand them whatever. They'll just,
Walk around with it for a while.
yeah, let her rip the nuggets in half or whatever she wants to do with them, like how we feed the dog. That's
You can't compare kids to a dog.
He's gonna have a heart attack. Oh
I
man.
just
So
like
we
the
have
dog.
varying opinions.
No, I just think Dean's trying to play devil's advocate because we have to all admit it is gross to eat McDonald's cheeseburgers so early in the morning.
No. That I'm not going to disagree. That's
That's
just
completely separate.
no. You go to McDonald's in the morning, you get a McGriddle or a sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit or something. You don't
Sausage McGriddle with an extra sausage.
you don't purposely hold on to the double cheeseburgers or the cheeseburgers for 12, 13 hours to have them for breakfast the next morning. No, that's not morning food at all. Like pizza, you could do that. Pizza, you could reheat the next day and be fine. You can eat
The toppings
What
are
if
right
someone
enough.
took the toppings off?
I need some.
We broke him.
I get so stressed out with these food stories. I do agree that I think everybody is the asshole, though. I think that that's what he's getting at.
Tyler
It's
just
like,
thinks that.
No, I'm not just.
Oh, okay.
I do think she's not that much of an asshole. There was malice when she did take the cheeseburger that she knew that her husband wanted, but I feel like she had a right to do that because he gave away half or over half of her meal. So
Yep.
Now, did she do it in front of his face and be like, Hey, you gave my food away, so I'm taking your food and just
I hope she did. I hope she ate it right in front of his face in
I
the
was gonna
morning.
say, I think it's like you're reading my mind. I was just wondering if maybe she did that and he didn't notice because he was playing video games.
But if she did it on the low, and then he woke up in the morning to reheat his 14-hour-old double cheeseburger, and was like, 1, 2.
1, 2.
Do you really need 3?
You don't need 6
know,
McDonald's patties.
She should have done it in secret. And then when he came storming in the bedroom asking for his 3rd cheeseburger, she just said, I gave it to the kid.
That's what I would have said, probably. Kids wanted it.
Yep.
Why
Kids were
not?
hungry.
Yeah, they were still hungry after they ate their food, my food, and your food.
We all know that she ate it in front of him and he was just distracted and didn't notice.
She should have just cashed at them $2.
Trapped him.
Hey, go get another double cheeseburger.
He likes them 12 hours old.
He needs to just go to White Castle and get himself one of them suitcase things, and then
The
he have like
case.
50 of them right on hand.
True.
Who brought one of those to our house that one time? Was that
Man.
Anne? That's what I thought.
They last.
Yeah, that was all I ate that day too.
And they are good the next day.
Yeah, I ate like 8 of them things.
Let's see these comments. So, top comment with 10K upvote says, if the kids are wolfing down their meals and still need more food while they're in the car, he should have bought them backup food like he buys himself backup food. Alternately, he could have said, kids, you just ate. Let's wait till we get home. It can take time for your brain to recognize you're full. He could have also stopped at another fast food joint on the way home. They're only on every other corner. The option that he should not have gone with was, sure, kids, eat most of mom's food. She doesn't need it. And I've got some backup waffle iron cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're all an asshole because why the hell shoveling fast food down your kid's throat? You need to tell them go outside and go play. You're hungry? Go come back inside when you're tired. Then you can eat
Go
that.
take a run. Run until you find an apple tree.
You can't because somebody might snatch them up.
Yeah, honestly, though, I'm more on that take of why not just tell them to wait to get home so this way the wife can decide whether or not she wants to feed them like dogs or if she wants to make them mac and cheese. Give her some of her nuggets, some of her fries. This way she at least knows what's going out of her meal.
Right.
I mean, to open.
There are a lot of other ways to deal with it.
Yeah. Imagine getting a fast food container and nobody told you there wasn't going to be 10 nuggets in there and you opened it and there was literally 4. And then you looked at your fries and there was like this much.
Yeah. And then your husband's like, I have 3 cheeseburgers and I'm saving them for breakfast.
If you did that to me, I'm taking the car. I'm taking your debit card. I'm getting me my 10 nuggies.
The kids probably had a bigger lunch than she did. She needs more food. She's an adult.
I mean, she says she eats 7 to 8 of those nuggets, and sure, maybe she might have gave 1 or 2 away. But when the choice gets taken away from you to feed those little children who don't pay rent or utilities or bills or for that food.
Well, and it's a difference when you have a surplus. You might want to give away a nugget or 2, but you handed me 4 nuggets and I was expecting 8. We're gonna have problems,
right? And if you got 3 extra cheeseburgers and you can't rip them up into pieces and be like, "There,
that's my thing. Give away your own food."
Exactly, give it away. Because we don't know what original meal he got. He could have got a large meal and he's giving away her medium fries.
Maybe he works out in the morning. Maybe he's trying to keep the calories up.
You think a man that eats 3 McDonald's cheeseburgers
in the morning
is working out in the morning?
After that,
you better work out in the morning if he's doing that.
It might happen later in the day.
If this man makes a habit out of this, any frequency, I just hope he's good care of himself.
I think some people are a little butthurt too hard to make a whole Reddit story. Go out of the way. Like, this must happen more than once. If they got to go out of the way and make.
I think they were definitely arguing because they got into the whole, my intention was this and his intention was that. No, that's the whole argument that they had. That she just typed.
I don't see any comments from OP. I don't see her responding to her own posts that much.
What's the other people saying? I don't think she's wrong, but I do think she's.
I don't even think she's an asshole. I think she's hungry.
She's a hungry mom.
A hungry mom is an asshole, though. I mean, it's not a bad thing all the time to be an asshole.
If you would have fed your wife,
She wouldn't be an asshole.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
Neither
wouldn't
would
have to steal your food if you would have given her enough food. And since you
gotta
were the
feed
one
her.
that decided to bring the food,
Damn kids.
they started all this.
Kids be some gremlins.
Hungry little kids.
Mhm. Just don't have kids, people.
Yeah,
Nothing problems,
Especially at McDonald's.
especially at McDonald's.
she did say a comment about maybe selling her kids.
Okay, that's a little
Not the asshole. It was super rude of him to offer up your food and not offer to replace it with some of his. You need to start teaching your sons it's not okay to just take from a woman and never give back because they will absolutely learn that from their father.
It's not okay to take from
Does it state the age of the kids?
It says in one of her comments that one of them is 10, so they're a little bit like.
Those are
You got to get more food because
those are hungry boys. He should have got 3 extra burgers for the kids and then 3 extra burgers for himself.
6
them
hours.
kids probably didn't eat earlier either. Them kids, they
Kids
starved.
be running around when they're in school and stuff. They don't
Especially
really,
like 10-year-old boys, like they eat like dump truck.
yeah.
Not no kids meal.
So Opie responded to that and said, "Yeah, I think that might be one of the things I'm annoyed about. My husband normally is pretty great, but sometimes he fails to see these sexist ways of thinking. And one of them is that the boys need food more than girls do. It's weird, and it's something he learned from his family. His mom and his grandma both do the same thing, where they insist that the men at the table can have seconds, but they never insist that the women do. They're otherwise lovely people, but they are weird about boys having food."
Sexist into it. That escalated quick.
I think it's hard not to be a little bit sexist sometimes when we all grow up in patriarchy. I do it myself sometimes. Like when I took that cheeseburger, my first thought was, but what if he's hungry? No, wait, that's ridiculous. He has 2 meals and I have a half.
Yeah.
I'm not laughing because it's funny, but I'm laughing because it's funny.
No, that whole thing is hilarious. Wow. I could see that, but I just wasn't thinking that way. It does sound like the husband wants the boys to be well fed and doesn't care as much about his wife being well fed. But I mean, I'm not gonna play that into feminism and the patriarchy.
Now, I would understand if the whole sexist idea came into play. If he had if there was a daughter, and if they had a daughter around the same age group, and he's like, no, you can only have this much, and they can eat more because they're growing boys or yada yada yada. That's understandable. But if they just have boys, you can't really turn around and throw a sexist comment out there because there's no comparing kids. No, they're all boys. You can't.
Right.
Yeah,
What I don't like though is the whole idea that it's okay to take from your mom's food, but it's not okay to take from your dad's food. Again, I don't think that there's like a sexist thing going on here. I think there's just a mom and a dad, and this dad is a little selfish with his cheeseburgers. But I don't like that kind of modeling for your kids that, oh, don't take from me, but take whatever you want from the person who's not here. Not very good morals.
Someone said to OP, well, this is one of the dumber am I the asshole posts I've ever seen. You're not the asshole, but damn, is it that big of a deal for either of you? And OP said, I think it's a big deal to expect somebody to go hungry, yeah. My husband seems to think it's a big deal that I took a burger even after he said not to. Am I the asshole is for petty disagreements like this. I would hope that people aren't bringing their serious life-changing issues here and expecting good advice. This is an entertainment sub.
Unfortunately, they are bringing this.
Yeah, check out our last couple stories.
I do think she's right, though, about the whole blurb about am I the asshole? It is probably more so for petty disagreements. Like, let's remember we're talking about an advice forum open to the world on the internet that anyone can say anything on. And anyone can record a video and post on YouTube and talk about.
Right. She says, I brought this here because it's been a few days and we're both still mildly annoyed by it. So I thought I'd see what other people think. I'm coming out on top so far, but I wonder how much of that is because it's my perspective. If he had written it, I'm sure he would have put a lot more emphasis on how the real issue is that I took the burger knowing that it would upset him. Whereas he expected the kids would each take one nugget and leave most of the fries, and I'd still have enough food. So he didn't intend to upset me. This petty argument has brought to light that places a lot more weight on the intent, and I place a lot more weight on results, which has me thinking differently about our whole marriage. Oh my gosh. So yeah, this is a small issue, but there's a wider point to it. Lady,
They're about to get divorced
It's
over
not-
these
it's not that
burgers.
serious. It's not that serious. Just get the kids some more food and don't question it. There's leftover food. They can eat. They can munch on it throughout the day. Just don't even.
Yeah, it's McDonald's. That shit lasts for. You can leave it in your car under your seat for a year, and it'll still be good. Like,
Apparently, it's better in a waffle iron.
I kind of feel bad, like I set this whole precedent of the divorce because that's the first option I gave her.
What I can't get past is they have spent days being upset with each other about this whole thing. Intention, no intention, whatever. Honestly, sometimes you do things to intentionally piss off your spouse. Guess what? It happens. And if a cheeseburger is what you're doing to intentionally piss off your spouse, that's probably a relatively fine marriage. I don't think there's deeper problems going on here because of a cheeseburger.
I think that the solution here is somebody brings home a pizza that nobody picked the toppings off of, and they all enjoy some food together.
Family dinner style. Everyone just sits down, crisscross applesauce, and talks it out.
And maybe she gets a $200 necklace.
Ooh,
Who knows?
bonus points if you get a $200 necklace.
$200 McDonald's gift card, so she can nuggets whenever she wants.
Someone commented under that and said he gave permission for it to happen, so he should make it up to you by giving you a burger. It's common sense. He had the extra food. Your husband sounds kind of selfish. And OP responded, he is kind of selfish about food. Like, he's very giving and considerate in a lot of other ways, but he's got some weird stuff about food. He was raised in a family where the mom fed the kids and boys were always offered seconds before the girls were. It's weirder the more I think about it. She's overthinking this.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out, I think, why her husband would allow her to starve. And she's gone all the way back to his childhood to figure it out. And just, again, it's not that.
But you know why guys are offered seconds? Because they accept them. Girls usually don't. I mean, sometimes they do, but guys will eat it.
And that, I think that does have to do with us all living in the patriarchy, but we've decided not to go there today.
Yeah, well, I don't want to bring in the patriarchy like they were going for. I think everybody kind of sucks, but I definitely think he does suck for getting rid of his food, but I think she's being weird about it now. I think she's getting a little too invested in these opinions of people in the patriarchy and what it all means. I think that everybody just kind of messed up here, and now we know moving forward that the kids get adult meals or 6 pieces or something. And
we all learned an important lesson.
get a 20 piece. Cheaper. Extra $1 or $2 for like that extra 10 nuggets.
And then they can split the large fry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
One bad meal does not make one bad marriage.
Yes. Tell him, man.
It doesn't cause conspiracies either.
No. Go get some ice cream or something. Maybe switch it up.
Yeah, you guys got to have something in the damn house. A cracker, a granola bar. Like,
Go do something special.
Throw the kids in the basement so they're not hungry.
yeah. Check back with us. Let us know how it goes.
Until then, happy Valentine's Day, Chick Chatters.
Happy
Well,
Valentine.
Happy Valentine's.
We know we're late, but late's better than never.
Yep.
So, happy Valentine's Day to you, and we will catch you next year.
Bye.
Bye-bye.